a food detective.
I was warned. They said, don't. Richard Garner told me, he's like, Rob, you don't want to eat that here. I'm like, why? He's like, as soon as Cam smells that, it's his. I'm like, okay, I'll hide it. I hit a sub. You still sniffed it out. It was underneath like 5 coats.
Pat Mayo Experience.
Welcome to the Pat Mayo Experience NFL Championship Weekend. Best bets, gold, silver, bronze. Probably no teaser this week. Rob, what are you thinking? You're back.
I'm back, and I'm blurry.
Yeah, you look cloudy.
What's going on here? I'm gonna do like
this guy's mic's off. He's blurry. Hey, there you go. You're back.
Yeah,
Windex.
I'll
take Windex. Bronze, gold pick, actually.
Yeah.
Gold.
I do want to thank George for holding down the fort last week in my place. You know, I watched the show. There was really good energy with you guys. I felt a lot like George was maybe Mac Jones this year. You know, he comes in, he wins a game. Everyone's like, hey, maybe we got something here. Cam was like super excited. And then the starter, myself, Brock Purdy, comes back in and we're like, yeah, maybe we were a little bit too high on. Maybe Mac Jones wasn't necessarily the answer.
Pizzola. He's like a wrestler giving himself like the old Barry Harwood. Fuck George. No, George is funny. Rob, I interviewed him like years ago. And it's funny, you've taught him like systems, and I just told him like the way I gamble, more feeling and eye tests and shit like that. But George is pretty good. Pat even like sent me a message, and Pat's a hard nut to crack. He's like, George did a good job. Let's give George credit. He came in and got the job done. He covered the number. I think he won outright.
I think, listen, as a one-off, George is a good friend of mine. He can fill in no problem. If he was doing a full season of shows with you, Cam, you know, you called him out on it. You figured it out in one show that George has a fish bias.
Yes, he does.
He sees everything through the lens of the Dolphins.
Yep.
And it would get really tiresome every week listening to him argue of why the Dolphins are going to cover. And
Dan Marino shit in the background with the eyes. It's like, yeah, thanks, George. I got it. You like you squish the fish. Well, I'm glad you're back, Rob. Even though George, Pat, you were pretty impressed with George.
I was. I thought that the show, I wouldn't say didn't miss a beat. It was just a different show, but I thought it was pretty good. It's hard to come on and match your energy, Cam.
Thank you, Pat. I really appreciate that. It's getting harder as I'm getting older, but I love working with you guys. It's a real cool show because you get to be yourself. And we're all different people, which is really cool. Like sometimes you do shows with people that are like, you know what I mean, Rob, like you probably do shows with guys who are like analytics guys or this guy and this guy. It's like, it's good to have totally different personalities because you got a little bit of slice for everybody. That's the way I look at it. Variety is the slice of life.
Yeah. I also fed George a lot of misinformation before the show as well. He's like, what do I got to expect here? Whatever with Cam. I'm like, you know what? Listen, George.
Don't worry about me.
I'm like, Cam is very analytical. He only sticks to numbers, nothing with gut feel, you know. So he went in thinking that, and he probably figured out very quickly that wasn't.
That was funny. That was good.
How you feeling, Cam? Your team's on the precipice of the Super Bowl.
I was just telling Rob before the Windex and he was blurry. I couldn't be happier. I expected them to beat the Niners by double digits, but not 41-6. I know they were beat up. And Sam Darnold really hasn't had to do anything in these games because Seattle's going up on teams and they're just beating the shit out of him. And really, he can just hand off the ball. And as I mentioned before, I think Kenneth Walker is a really, really dangerous player. And now I'm starting to see what Mike McDonald did during the year. I told people he used Charbonnet a lot at the goal line. They're saving this guy. Like, I'm just really proud of the coaching staff. We picked up guys who are really smart. We have a good offensive coordinator. We have a coach that gets it. I couldn't be happier. This team was projected to be last in many people's preseason polls. Like people were talking about Arizona winning this division. So whatever happens now, we beat the Niners, and now we get another division rival in the Rams. I'd prefer to play the Bears, Pat, but what are you going to do? It's if Seattle beats these guys again, more power to them. This is going to be very, very difficult, and the Rams, they're battle tested. Puka Nacua destroyed them the last time they played. Mm-hmm. So Seattle's D better be ready to rock. No
Devontae Adams in that week, or was it week 18, week 17 game, whatever the hell that was. All the weeks, Rob, are blending together in my head at this point. But since Adams went out with that hamstring injury about 6 weeks ago now, he missed a few games, then he came back, and he just hasn't looked right. And since he hasn't looked right, their offense hasn't looked right.
Yeah, definitely there's been a downturn to that offense as the year's gone on. There's some talk about Stafford having the finger injury as well, which maybe is affecting his throwing of the ball. You also have to remember they were missing Kevin Dotson at guard. He's one of the best guards in the league for a while, and that was hurting their interior protection. They got him back last week. It was a weird game last week. I watched that back. it felt like the Rams receivers really couldn't find any footing. Like they couldn't get any separation on the Bears corners at all. And especially Puka Nacua, a guy that's known for his route running, he struggled to get himself open in that game. So you're not going to have the same conditions this week where there was snow down on the field, extreme cold. I don't really know where to put the Rams offense right now, but at least we have seen their ability to move the ball on this Seahawks defense in recent weeks. So I don't think they're as bad as they've looked recently, but I also don't think they're as good as they were at the beginning of the year.
Well, Cam, as well, when they went to Carolina, it was pouring rain. Obviously, there was snow. It was frigid a week ago. And it's not going to be warm in Seattle by any means, but it does seem like a good spot to get back on track against a defense they know really well.
I agree. And that's the whole thing. Like, look at the way the Rams played a weird game in Carolina. They could have kicked the field goal to go up 17. They let the Panthers hang around in that game, and it got scary. And the thing about the Bears is, like, for all of Caleb Williams' stuff, like, those interceptions in the game just murdered Chicago. Chicago had a great chance there. Like, I'm just saying, like, their defense, like you saw it, Rob and Pat, like, their defense was all over these guys. And Rob's right. The footing was bad, but the Bears, like, all these guys, like Brisker had a wicked game. Like, he was on fire. He was all over these guys. And that's the whole thing. That's the NFL. That's the problem with the Rams. They're like that guy, you know, you beat him up, but you don't put him out. Like, you got him choked out in an MMA fight, but he finds a way. Ding, ding, ding. He gets through the round, and then you're done. It was like that Lesnar-Carwin fight, Rob. Carwin was beating him, one more second, and the party's over. But the Rams are veterans. They're smart, and they know what to do, and I'm very, very worried about this weekend's game. But whatever happens, guys, like as I said before, the Seahawks, I can't believe they're in the NFC Championship game. It's crazy.
Would it be more devastating to lose this week or next, or in 2 weeks' time?
In 2 weeks' time. If they go to the Super Bowl, I think they can beat Denver or New England.
The higher the stakes, the more devastating the loss.
Definitely. And this is the thing, too. It's can you believe this, too? Hey, guys, do you know all the coaches? They all have the same name. So, what is it? Sean, Mike, for both games, right? Mike McDonald, right?
Sean Payton.
Mike Vrabel.
Yep.
And Sean McVay and anyway, sorry, that was stupid.
Sean Payton. No, you're right. You're right.
Sorry.
They both have
Mike, Sean. What else?
It's almost like the script writers have outdone themselves this year.
Well, they may have done that thing like I do when I'm writing about a new golf tournament for this year, or I take like last week's template and move it forward. That when I control F, I don't do it in the proper way. So maybe that's what happened to their script.
I will say this, though, whatever it is, if Seattle wins, they played both teams in the Super Bowl before. One went really well and the other one went absolutely shit. Like one of the worst days of my life. So could be interesting. We'll see. Every match, like that's the whole thing. So, right. The only one is Rams have played the Patriots. The
Rams Broncos is not like
Rams Broncos is the only one that hasn't happened. Correct.
But I'll tell you this, Seahawks Patriots, that will give me PTSD having to relive the Russell Wilson at the goal line clips over and over and over. That was probably one of the most painful losses. I
was working at Shoeless Joe's, and I'm at Lisa's place, and she's like, "Oh, I know you got a lot riding on this game, and we're giving away like a trip to Hawaii." I grabbed the mic. The winner's fucking Terry Smith from Stouffville. Fuck, bang! Like threw it again. Like I was out of there. Like I told Carlos, I'm sorry. Like I flipped out. Like I couldn't believe we lost the Super Bowl like that. And I watched that Houston game with Patriots fans, and they're still talking to me about it. Like 11 years, I'm still not over it. Like, I'm still not over, like, why are you running a slant at the one? But I'll tell you one thing, Pat, like, if the Rams or Seahawks wins, I think they're both, like, thinking, okay, I think we can beat both teams.
Yeah. On the other side, Rob, all I had to hear about all year is how Bo Nix sucks. And now Bo Nix isn't playing, and it's the most devastating thing that's ever happened to Denver. Like, which is it?
I'm with you, Pat. Like, listen. I maybe throw around the word sucks a little bit too loosely. I think he's a well below average starting quarterback in the league. I mean, a lot of people are referencing the look ahead line in this game, which was Denver -3. This game never would have closed Denver -3 against New England. This is never going to happen. Like everyone would bet New England at that price. So I don't know that you can do that, but definitely the market has adjusted a lot for Bo Nix being out and considering Jarrett Stidham a pretty sizable downgrade. And I got to tell you, I don't necessarily agree with that.
I agree with you, Rob.
I think a lot of what Nix does well is schemed by Sean Payton. He throws to a lot of open receivers. He can use his legs. That's a nice, thing that Jarrett Stidham is not as mobile as Bo Nix is overall. But this is a pretty large adjustment one way or another. Even if you want to say that this game would have been a pick 'em, and Bo Nick's been playing. You're going all the way through 3 now, up to 4.5. It opened 5.5, 6 in some spots. It's a pretty sizable adjustment. And I got to tell you, I just don't think Bo Nix is worth that much.
Say, well, you got up to 5.5. It's still 5.5 in some spots. Even at Pinnacle, I could say it's plus 105 at minus 1.5 for the Patriots right now. So I thought that was somewhat interesting. There's 1.5 out there. I believe it's at Bet Rivers. That's like an acceptable juice. I think it's minus 110, minus 5. When books are capping the stuff, Rob, especially in a weekend like this where there's not 16 games to choose from, do you think that they almost always put it on a hook unless it would be something like minus 3? That just, what's the point of making it minus 5 in a situation like this?
It's tough to say. Like for this particular game, I have very, very little experience as a trader. If I was sending out a number on this game, I kind of would have sent it out in the same spot that it is, because you're going to get more average Joes betting the playoff games, right? This isn't quite the handle of the Super Bowl, but there's a lot of handle from casuals in this type of game. And the immediate thought for a casual bettor, as soon as Bo Nix gets hurt, is we're going to fade that team, irrespective of what the price is going to be. So you can throw that price out there early and you get the sharps betting one side, but it's kind of counteracted by all the quote unquote, public money you're going to get on the other side. I personally like not putting it as at whole numbers. But around this range, Pat, where you're like 4.5, 5, 5.5, this is kind of like a dead zone, right? There's the points aren't worth all that much. So I don't think you have to put too much thought into like exactly what number it opens up at this range. It's very different when you're sending out a 2.5 versus a 3, or a 3 versus a 3.5. Then you have to give it a lot more thought.
Cam, were you surprised that Seattle was a 2.5 point favorite, not either a 3 or even a 1.5? Like, were you surprised that they gave them the full respect here?
Yeah, I am, because people know how good the Rams are and a team with the veterans that they have. I thought the line would be, what do you think, Rob? Seattle 1.5 tops?
I thought it was going to be 1.5.
Maybe a pick 'em. I'm like, that's the thing. It can't go to 3, because if it goes to 3, that's, to Rob's point, that's Ram City. So Seattle 1.5. I thought the line would be a little bit lower, closer to a pick 'em. That's what I thought.
I agree. I mean, listen, there were 3s that popped. I bet every 3 that I could. Pinnacle moved to a 3 very, very early. Wow. So there were some early Seahawks clicks for decent money. I took +3 minus 114 there. But I'm with you guys. Like it again, right? Think about teams kind of as stocks, right? The Seahawks stock is about as high as it's been, and the Rams are probably as low as it's been in a while. And if you went back and played this game 3 weeks ago, you're probably looking at a pick 'em. Now stuff has happened since then. The Rams have looked worse, and maybe they just are worse, and maybe the Seahawks are better. But ultimately, I thought it would be a little bit shorter. 1.5 would have been kind of the number that I would have sent out.
Well, last week with George filling in for you, Rob, he went 2-1. I went 2-1. Cam, you went 2-1. So a 6-3 week for the best bet show. Let's see if we can replicate that. I would take a 6-3 every single week, Cam. So do you got a gold for us?
Yeah. Do you guys? I'm trying to find a number because I know our juice threshold. Shahid rushing attempts.
Oh, wow. We're thinking the same thing, Cam.
Shahid rushing attempts, because I know this team, and I'll tell you one thing. If Helani's off, injured, reserve, whatever, Seattle's going to have to do a hell of a lot because they expect Walker. Shahid is going to be on end arounds. He's going to be on pitches. He's going to be doing so many things in this game that are going to try to blow the Rams' doors off. Like, that's it. So, Pat, whatever I can get, and I like his rushing yards over as well.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. I'm all in on Shahid. Let's just put it that way. I'm kind of like last week where I did 3 picks with the Seahawks, Rob. I had the Seahawks and the over, but I had Charbonnet, and he got hurt for an anytime touchdown +115 or whatever the hell it was.
So you can have, I can't find anything
not
attempts, but I can find an over-under of 1.5 yards for Rashid Shaheed. Rushing yards.
That's my gold pick. But if attempts would probably be 0.5 minus 130 or something like that, right, Rob?
No, juiced higher if
1.5.
They're not going to post attempts on Shahid, but if they did, it would be like over half minus 200, something like that.
Yeah, if that was there, I'd even bet it. I know juice. Like, that's my favorite bet. And so I'll take over, what is it, 1.5 rushing yards for Shahid?
1.5. Well, I found one. We did the prop draft show last week. We're doing it again with Connor and Noonan on Friday on Mayo Media Network, so please subscribe. But we found a Puka 1.5 rushing attempts at like plus 150. Like it was printing, Rob. Printing money.
Yeah. I'm stunned because this week you could pick anything on the board, like literally anything. There's so many props that are available to us that are not usually available on Thursdays. And I was going to take the exact same gold pick that Cam just did.
And you can.
I was going to, I don't know. We'll mix it up. I honestly don't care about the record. I'd rather just give people other stuff to bet anyways. But Rashid Shaheed over 1.5. Like people are like, oh, is Cam Akers going to get activated, or Velas Jones, or George Holani?
You're talking about Abdullah, like all sorts of crazy shit.
Yeah, like Shaheed he's already involved in the rushing offense on a regular basis. He gets like 1 to 2 carries a game. I think if anything, they up his workload a little bit. We've even seen him run out of the backfield once this year as well. So I like that one a lot. I think that one is underpriced.
I would be in favor of the attempts, especially if it is the 0.5 or hell, even 1.5 at this point, versus the overall yardage. Just because, if it's a jet sweep or an end around and you just get pumped in the backfield for -7, it's the end of your bet.
Yeah, I think I have one on FanDuel for what is it? Was that over one? Was it 1.5? Okay, no. Anyway, Pat, you're right. If I can find rushing attempts, and even if it's 1.5, I'll take the over. 0.5 will be probably $2 a juice, I'm thinking. But I think he probably has, what do you think, Rob? 3 to 4 rushes in this game?
I think he's good. First of all, I think at minimum he's going to get 1. Listen, there's some situations, I guess, where maybe he wouldn't. He's going to get schemed up in this game to have a rushing attempt. Period.
What do you have? 27 yards rushing last week.
Yeah. I think generally, listen, I mean, I'm just looking at the game logs now. He's getting 1 to 2 a week. It's pretty consistent. Since he got traded to Seattle, it's pretty consistent that he gets a carry.
All right, so Shaheed, over 1.5 rushing yards for Cam is the gold pick. Rob?
Okay, I will go to the same game, and I will take Sam Darnold under rushing yards.
What is it?
Right now at 365, it's 7.5.
That's too high. That's too high.
Most of the market is 5.5, where I would reduce the bet size a little bit. I mean, listen, I think the handicap writes itself. If you do look at Darnold against the Rams this year, especially the last game, he did have a decent rush in that game. I think he ended up finishing with like only 7 yards or something like that. But ultimately, it just comes down to the fact that the guy's dealing with an oblique injury that is affecting his ability to throw right now. He's not throwing in practice this week. They're taking it easy with him. I see very minimal chance that this guy's going to be on. He's already not fleet of foot regularly, right? Sam Darnold's not a guy that takes off all that often. Now you add in the fact that he's dealing with an oblique injury. I just don't see very many situations where this guy's going to take off and run with the ball. So it's been adjusted a little bit down from where he normally is. I would argue it hasn't been adjusted down enough. So I'll take Sam Darnold under 7.5.
I will go to the other game for mine. I actually like the other game more, I think, from a props perspective. If I feel like I have a pretty decent cap on the game, I was actually going to go just Broncos +5 as my pick, but I won't. I will go RJ Harvey, who was my one loss last week because they just decided to write him out of the game script against the Bills. But I will take under 10.5 yards on longest rush Cam against this Patriots defense, which rarely gives up explosive plays on the ground.
Yeah, I don't know. It's my girlfriend. I don't even give her advice or whatever. She had a top 20 golf parlay without my help last week. And she said, I don't like, because I was talking about Harvey last night. She goes, no, Harvey's not going to do shit in this game. Rob, no, never watched watch one Denver game with me with Buffalo and stuff. I'm looking at her picks. Win. It's one of these fucking things. I'm like, what's happening here? Anyway, I'm with you, Pat. I think, I don't know. How is Denver going to attack the Patriots? How are they going to attack the Patriots?
I think sneaky that Stidham might throw a lot.
I think that's exactly what and the thing is, people don't understand, and Rob talked about it off the top. Peyton likes Stidham. There's a reason why he is the Denver Broncos backup. And Rob said about Bo Nix and systems that are created for him. Stidham, I know my backup quarterback, blah, 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 blah. But this guy, he's been in the league a long time. This is the situation. Is it a downgrade from Bo Nix? Barely.
See, I disagree. You might be right, but I don't think that we know that because Bo Nix was the best quarterback on the field last week.
He played
out of all the games, he played the best.
I just think Stidham will do Sean Payton is not going to put him in a position where he's going to fuck everything up. Like, I think he's going to be pretty confident out there. I think they're going to have schemes for him. I like your Harvey pick, Pat. I don't think I think that it's going to be through the air. It's going to be bombs away.
Yeah, Rob, I would feel more comfortable with RJ Harvey if you were playing overs, just on receptions, receiving yards. I just don't think that they do anything. And if they do anything on the ground, I think the faster Jaleel McLaughlin hits an edge and goes at some point.
So I played RJ Harvey over receiving yards last week, and it won very early in the game. What's really weird to me is I'm looking at RJ Harvey's snap counts from last week. He played 63% of snaps, which is pretty much in line with what he's been doing every week. But it felt like he was not really running the ball. They weren't utilizing him in the running game. Like Jaleel McLaughlin, it felt like when I was watching the game, he was on the field a lot. He only played 10 snaps in the game.
That's crazy.
Weird. I thought he was on the field a lot too. Weird.
Well, there's a couple guys like this throughout the course of the year that, especially from breaking it down from a fantasy perspective over so many years, you just see outliers that pop up this way that everyone kind of dogs them because, they play 15% of snaps. They play 23% of snaps. However, every time they're on the field, they touch the ball.
I'll also say this about Sean Payton. Listen, I'm not a Sean Payton guy because they think he's an asshole. Like, he treats people like shit. But he's very gifted in terms of his ability to scheme offense. And Cam, this guy was.
I met him. Rob, I met him at when we did the pregame Super Bowl stuff. I'll tell you a story off the air because I talk too much on this show. But yeah, it's.
Well, I mean, this is part of the group that was paying players to injure other players on the other team. Like,
okay, Cust, why don't you calm down?
Yeah.
Trying to win football games, Rob.
Yeah, murder him, Rob. Put him in the hospital.
In the case of Sean Payton's a guy that likes to put stuff on tape and then kind of trick other teams into believing the stuff that's on tape. And I would not be surprised. This is, again, just I am hypothesizing. I have no coach quotes to back this up or anything like that. But they leaned pretty heavily towards McLaughlin runs last week when he was on the field. And maybe this week, the Patriots are going to watch back that tape and they're going to be like, well, listen, when Harvey was on the field, I mean, he was in pass protection a lot. They're not having him the ball. McLaughlin's the running back. That might have gave something away. I wouldn't be surprised if they scheme up some sort of play action stuff with Jaleel McLaughlin in the backfield this week. That's something that I've been noticing with Payton over the years. He's always like, just when it seems like a little bit too obvious, like everyone's onto something, he zags the other way.
I would try to load up. I did this last week. My biggest bet last week ended up being little Jordan Humphrey over half a catch. Well, I mean, on that first touchdown, regular Jordan Humphrey probably catches that.
Big Jordan last week for sure.
Yeah, well, he did drop the touchdown on the first drive, but as soon as Pat Bryant left the game, it was all little Jordan Humphrey trying to pick that up. So I think if you can find, because we don't know what the full injury report is. Like, do we know if Pat Bryant's going to be back? Is Troy Franklin going to be back? But you're probably going to see some like early scatter shots, and you're not seeing a ton of it right now. Like Pat Bryant's at over 1.5 receptions. Evan Ingram's at over 2.5 receptions. I'm not seeing like Sutton's at 4.5, whatever. But like if we get some little Jordan Humphrey stuff, we figure out that injury report. I'm kind of with you here, Rob. I think they're going to throw more often than not, and I think that they're going to give him like intermediate to easy type throws that the over on these really low receptions might hit early.
Yeah, I'm with you. Concussion protocol apparently doesn't exist in the playoffs like it does in the regular season. Pat Bryant practiced yesterday. I don't know how. It's like his second bad concussion in a month now, but he was out on the practice field. Hasn't been cleared yet. Troy Franklin also practiced. I didn't want to see that, honestly, because I'm with you guys. I mean, little Jordan Humphrey played 48 snaps last week. It's 67% of snaps. So, I mean, they went 3 wide receiver a lot, and he's decent. Like for a guy that's 5th on the depth chart, you could do much worse than him. He has an ability to get open. Again, they run a good scheme offensively in Denver. So I'm kind of waiting to see how that wide receiver situation plays out, because I agree. I mean, you can get some good value there at these low numbers.
Underdog's expanding the game. You already know their player picks. Pick higher or lower on player stats. Today, Underdog prediction markets are live in 25 states. Back your squad with spreads, handicap for closer game, or totals, higher, lower combined score, combined with player picks for bigger payouts. New customers play $5 on fantasy, get $75 in fantasy bonus entries. Code Mayo. Team picks, player picks, all on Underdog. Eat better, train smarter, maybe stop pretending frozen mystery meat is good enough. And honestly, starting strong is the easiest way when the food doesn't suck to get yourself ready to start the new year. That's where Omaha Steaks comes in. Premium, perfectly portioned protein shipped straight to my door. No guessing, no waste, just legit quality that actually fuels what you're trying to do. I loaded up on their USDA certified tender steaks and gourmet burgers, threw a couple fillets on the grill, which is out my back door, and there's not that much snow, so I can access it pretty easily. Salt, pepper, done, instantly tender. Way more flavor, better texture, zero stress compared to anything I've really cooked before. Let Omaha Steaks deliver high-quality proteins right to your door. Visit omahasteaks.com and get an extra $35 off with promo code MAYO at checkout. That's OMAHA steaks.com, promo code MAYO. Terms apply. See site for details.
The silver picks, I'll lead off with this one, and it is from the same game. I'm going to take Ramondre Stevenson over 48.5 rushing yards against the Broncos. I was very surprised in the Bills game, Rob, that James Cook got there. He got his, but every time he touched the ball in the first half, it just felt like he was shot out of a cannon and no one could tackle him. Like, if you want to get to the Broncos, you can run on them. Like, they're going to allow you to run. They're not stacking boxes up here.
They don't. They play a lot of light boxes, and their defensive line is very small relative to an average defensive line in the league. It's the biggest weakness that they have on defense by a mile, their interior run D. And I'm kind of with you. I think Vrabel will look at that from last week and be like, there's an opportunity here to really pound the rock up the middle, especially considering Drake May didn't have a great game last week, right? I mean, when you consider how bad CJ Stroud was, you would think that the Patriots would win by a larger margin, but they didn't. So I think they might get back to their roots.
How do you guys feel about this? And I've had people disagree with me. I pull CJ Stroud. Fuck it. It's your 100%. Season. I know you're like, oh, yeah, I got to worry about the future.
You and Cust are on the same wavelength here.
Well, it's ridiculous.
At halftime, I would have taken CJ Stroud at the half.
Oh, exactly.
Okay,
like, he was shitty the game before. Well, it's your fucking season. Like, they were in this game. Like, they gave the game away. Like, if you're the coach, get some fucking nuts and say, listen, Stroud, you're rattled. You can't do anything. Davis Mills has been there before, and he actually knows what the hell's going on.
Okay, hold on. What do you mean Davis? What does Davis Mills has been there before mean?
What did CJ Stroud do? He cost them that game.
He did. He played horrible for 2 weeks. But if you bench Stroud there, can you bring him back next year, or is he? I don't know.
Who cares?
I don't think they should bring him back.
I think he sucks.
They're going to have to pay him way more than he's worth to bring him back.
Okay, so you'd be on team. It's over with Stroud.
In the league. He's one of the worst stars. I don't know if you guys feel about it. That's my opinion. I think CJ Stroud is awful. I really think he's bad. Like, I watch this guy when he has time, he still misses throws. He's just guy's all over the place, man.
Well, he's living a lot off his rookie year.
Yes, he's not good. He's regressing at a major pace.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pat, that's my opinion. Like, you watch that game, I know there was elements, but Drake May, sure, he had a couple fumbles, but he knows how to make plays. Booty made a nice catch. But I'm telling you, watching this guy play football, it's like, if I'm on that Texans defense, like, what the fuck happened? Like, I'm scared of that team, man. He pissed that game away so hard. It was embarrassing. I can't believe they didn't cover.
Listen, I think CJ Stroud is better than Davis Mills, but at some point you watch the first half and you're like, this guy doesn't have it today.
Yeah.
You know, he just doesn't. And maybe getting to a quarterback that gives you a lot of different characteristics would have helped in that game. I'm really surprised he ended up playing the whole game. I know the stakes of it. And again, to Pat, your point, there's some politics at play, of course, where you don't want to just like, that would probably mean the end of CJ Stroud in Houston.
Or he can man up and suck it up and said, I played like shit and I'll be better. Like, that's the whole thing. It's like, you bench the guy. It's like, oh, hey, what are you going to do? Like, sulk and pout and go, you know what? No, you were horrible, bud. It's like, you bench players in sports when they don't have it. And he didn't have it. And this is not a regular season game. This is the fucking NFL playoffs. You win, you go to the AFC Championship game. There has to be some kind of, like, I'm just watching their coaching staff, watching them fail, right, Rob? And moving forward, sure, if he wants to leave, he can leave. They'll get another quarterback. That's my opinion.
I just feel like offseason's going to come and they're going to face a lot of pressure because he has shown signs of what his ceiling could be. He has been very good at one point in the past. I mean, if you go back to 2 years ago, we would probably be debating him in the top 5 quarterbacks in the league. That's not a stretch at where he was a couple years ago, at least in the top 8, but he's really fallen off. And I feel like they're going to have a Jalen Hurts type of situation where they're going to have to pay this guy. And it's hard to build a team. It's hard to build a team once you pay the quarterback a lot of money. And
True.
that's what he's going to command, regardless of how bad this playoff game, somebody in the league is going to pay him. So if I was Houston, I don't know that I would be the team that shells out that money, but they're going to be in a tough spot this offseason.
Agreed.
So I will stick with Stevenson over 48.5 rushing yards. You guys got silver picks?
Rob, you got a silver? Working things out here.
Sure. This one, you know what? It meets the threshold at one book. It's a little bit of cheating because it moved a bit this morning, but I'm going to take, I'm going to take Kayshon Boutte over 2.5 receptions. There's a bunch of minus 118 on Kayshon Boutte, 2.5 receptions over. So this is plain and simple. He's been adjusted quite a bit down because there's a lot of snaps where he's going to face Patrick Surtain in this game. And Patrick Surtain is kind of like the human eraser. But Kayshon Boutte played 83% of the snaps for the Patriots offense last week. He's very clearly the guy that they are relying on the most on a down-to-down basis. And if you go around the league this year and you look at guys who are regularly getting like 75% of snaps or more at wide receiver, they are never, ever priced in this range. Like never. And it's not like he hasn't been catching balls either when he's been in the lineup. This guy is all over the place. He can beat Surtain in some situations as well. It's not like I think he's going to get completely shut up. Plus, there's opportunities for him not to line up against Surtain in this game. So I think there's been too much of an adjustment down on Kayshon Boutte, who's been a very good target for Drake May. I'll play him over 2.5 receptions.
Cam?
How do you guys feel about Walker over 22.5 yards receiving?
I was going to say, I have Walker under 26.5 yards receiving as my bronze pick.
He's been really good the last few weeks, and they're throwing to him more. I don't know if it's going to sustain itself, because if you look at the whole season, he had some games where he didn't do anything, but recently he's getting way over that number. I don't know.
And also his snap count is going to be way up this week.
But the thing is, Rob, he could remember what happened against the Rams? He busted one for like 40 yards on one play too, right? So you know what? I am going to do it. I know it's probably so the computer's saying it's not going to happen, but you're right. He's going to be the focal point. This is about win and go to the Super Bowl. I'll take Walker over 22.5 receiving yards.
7 of the last 9 games, he's had at least 3 targets. And that's with Charbonnet playing as well.
Now, but how much do you think that his role changes in this circumstance? Because how they were trying to manufacture touches for him in those games with Charbonnet to get him the ball extra time in space, that might not be exactly how they use him in this circumstance anymore. That he's now head down, bell cow between the tackles. He's going to touch the ball upwards of 20 times anyway, that might be where the other guy comes in, whether it's a Shaheed flick out of the backfield, whoever their backup is that they decide to activate, they use him as the receiving back. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I think that's on the table, that sometimes when guys' roles change, you see their stats get really weird for the first few weeks anyway.
You know what, Rob, I'll let you, I'm just going to say one thing. I think there's going to be quick hitches to Walker too. Like you set him up, bang, like almost like a quick tight end type of thing. Like they're going to come up with different sets. And I really think, to Rob's point, Pat, he's going to get targets. And it seems like a big number due to inconsistencies with his receiving yards. But I really think he's probably going to have at least 4 catches in this game. That's probably might even be a better. Like I think his workload is going to go through the roof. They understand it's now or never. You had 3 touchdowns against the Niners. He's going to be working his ass off. He's healthy. They didn't use him fully all year because of Charbonnet.
Yeah, and to add to your point, Cam, like you look at the last week 15 to week 18, Kenneth Walker didn't play more than 47% of snaps in any of those games. So like there's just going to be more opportunity. Maybe his role changes and he becomes more of a pure runner, but when you're on the field now for 75, 80% of snaps, there's more opportunity. And the other thing I would say to that as well is, if you look at the 2 Rams games this year, the Seahawks really played one good half against the Rams, which was the second half in the last game they played. First game of the year, Darnold under a ton of pressure. Second game that they played, the first half, Darnold under a ton of pressure. One of the easiest ways to counteract pressure is you set up quick screens to your running back. And Seattle does that a lot as well. Now, typically, it could be Kenneth Walker, could be Charbonnet as well, a mixture of them. But I think that
who's going to be their backup running back? I'd like to know this now, because if they picked up a guy like Abdullah, I would like smash it. Like he'd get at least a couple touches.
Like, Abdullah would have 8 catches in this game.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. If they had Abdullah like receptions over like 1.5, I'd be like going to the bank machine. Like he'll get touches. But I'm saying, to Rob's point, Pat, I really think like Seattle, they have to use the Rams pressure against them. Like they have to, and that he's absolutely correct. You counteract it with let them over pursue Bing Walker, and Walker can bust like that's the one thing. And this guy in the open field, good luck, because he is a fucking tank. Have you seen the way this guy's built? Oh my God, he's huge.
There is one other part of this
feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
the Rams haven't been getting pressure though, is the weird thing.
Yeah,
in recent weeks, it's dropping off a little bit.
It's true.
Yep.
So I'm just throwing that out there.
It's a little bit of a heart bet. I was going to say Seattle -2.5, but like, you know what I'm betting. I'm just cheering for my team. So these aren't really like good logical bets. The Shaheed one I love, and Walker, I think, due to Rob's point about usage, I think he can get that number because I think he can bust one. So that's why I'm doing it.
I have a weird feeling Cam Akers is going to be the run.
I do too, Rob. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
It's like a veteran coaches love veterans in the playoffs.
Play for the Rams, kind of. I don't know.
A veteran who loves to fumble.
Right.
That's a great guy to put on your team.
But a guy that like can take some of the Charbonnet like goal line roll away. I don't like Cam Akers. Don't get me wrong.
So Cam Akers anytime touchdown, Rob Gold pick. I got you. I see. I read the tea leaves here.
I'm going to tell you something. If Abdullah was in the lineup, I want him as the backup.
They wouldn't give Abdullah he's too little for the goal line carries for how they go. Like they give it to Charbonnet for that. I mean, I could see them if Cam Akers is truly the backup this week, I could see them giving him a goal line touch.
You know what's going to be, Rob? Halani. He's going to be off.
Halani's off of IR.
He's the guy. Halani's the guy.
Good, but they don't have to play him, right? And again, there could be a Super Bowl where they're not going to have Zach Charbonnet, and I think they probably would want George Halani to be their backup running back if he's healthy. Whether or not he can get to that point this week, I don't know. But you look at the practice squad, it's Cam Akers, it's Velus Jones, and if you're going to pick a guy off the practice squad, you're probably going to go to the more veteran guy, would be what I think that this coaching staff would do. So I don't know. It's tough. We'll see what happens by end of week.
Bronze picks. I will pivot off mine because I don't want to go. I want to be a team here, Cam. I want to make sure we can go.
That, Pat. I'm just sorry. I'm all. For me, it's Seattle. It's fan picks. I'm not giving the Sheed one, as I mentioned before. I think that's a really, really smart bet for people. But the silver pick is a little bit of a heart bet, and I really believe Walker could be huge in this game. So
because you have a bird bias, Cam.
I do. Like your buddy's got a
big bird.
Yeah, like George, Rob's buddy, Gilles the Fish Poisson, the fish. He's got a fish bias, and I have a bird bias. We all have biases. I don't know what Pizzola's bias is. Gigabytes? Like, what is your bias, Rob?
Numbers. I got a
numbers.
Number
Yeah. You got a numbers bias. That's the calculator. It's like numbers colliding with each other. What fits my algorithms and
getting
systems.
into Twitter wars with ex-players over numbers, man.
Yeah, and gambling shitheads. That's what Rob does. Picks fights with shitheads in the gambling space.
Yeah, were you getting into it with the guy on TSN?
Yeah, Luke Wilson. And
why? You and Morency. Everybody's fought this guy but me. I used to be a third string tight end for the Seahawks, so I'm no thanks.
You know, I got to tell you, he rattled me to my core with something that he said after the Bears game when I was watching. So I tweeted about it because I'm very instinctual. I don't think through this a lot.
Nor do I.
And he messages me first of all, he messages my dad the next day. Talking to my dad on Twitter.
I like the 4-horse at Woodbine.
Yeah, my dad's like, why is Luke Wilson messaging me? I'm like, because he thinks you're me. Like he wants it. So anyways, we finally get connected. And I don't know, we chatted back and forth on some Twitter DMs for like 15 minutes. I thought we just kind of it was a very cordial conversation. We're like, yeah, you know what? We see things different way. The next morning I wake up and this guy is just blasting my DMs over and over. Like, I'm like, man, like some of the stuff that I don't want to get into details here, but this guy is like, he's doing some stuff that I would, I'll just leave it at that. Anyways, the point, Pat, is absolutely yes. I've been beefing with Luke Wilson. I had to stop now because I'm like, if I type one message back to this guy, I'm gonna get like 40 in a row. He just doesn't stop. It's really weird. Very unusual.
A couple people I know. Like that's the thing. Like this guy, he's one of these guys that like you're in a Twitter war with him. It's not going to end on one tweet. Like this guy comes back for more. Like that's no thanks. I got enough problems.
A few of our former colleagues, Cam, that may have crossed paths with Luke over the years as well, reached out to me on the side, and they're like, "Yeah, probably don't want to. Probably just he's never going to change his mind. So like, he might as well just okay."
Hey, Pat, how about Jake Bobo? Can we get another catch?
Oh my
Bobo?
God.
Bobo?
Bobo.
I love Jake Bobo.
It's
When he
like
had a catch, I was like,
it's like you
"Yay,
and
Jake
Cust had a
Bobo."
conversation before this show. You have all of his picks.
Cust, Cam is matching with Cust this week?
Yo, he just loves Bobo. Couldn't pick him out of a lineup of one, but he loves him.
I love Bobo too. Every time Bobo gets a touch, I'm like, yeah, I love.
What
Bobo.
if his name was Smith? Would you
No,
care
I
then?
wouldn't lie. No, you're right, Pat. It's all about Bobo. That's just like, it's Mr. Burns' bear. Remember Bobo?
I do.
When he lost him in the Arctic? Wasn't it Bobo? I thought it was. Yeah, it was Bobo. And he lost his eye. Yeah. Remember? He's like, I
Forgot about
I have everything in the world, but I don't have Bobo. Yeah, so I just want Bobo. Anyway, I love Jake Bobo. Yeah, if his name was Paul Smith, I'd say go fucking. Who cares? But he's got a wicked name. Like it's awesome. So yeah, I have a Bobo bias.
What's the line you got on Bobo?
What 0.5 catches plus 140? I got to assume.
Is that what it is? Are we just
making
making
He's
up
not even going to
odds?
be lying.
He might not even be listed.
Yeah,
It
he
was
won't
a
be
joke.
listed yet.
That was just a shitty joke. Yeah. Bobo. But anyway, yeah.
Guy like Bobo gets listed on game day usually.
Oh no, I got one here for you, Cam. It is 0.5 catches plus 110
for Bobo.
Yep.
Wow, beautiful.
Will he get one catch? You know what? He might get one. But Cooper Kupp's been a big part. Like he's getting a lot more recently too. Right, Rob?
Bobo will get in the game if they're losing by a lot or if they're winning by a lot.
Yeah.
That's
probably and that's something you don't want to do in this game.
Because the Seahawks play a lot of 3 wide receiver and they use the same 3 in those, which is the obvious big 3 for them. So
Are they going to activate Arroyo this week? Because I was shocked.
I'd like them to. I like Arroyo.
Because when Arroyo was healthy, they didn't play a lot of 3 wide receiver sets. In fact, they were playing a ton of 2 with 2 big guys out on the field. Would that change things up if Arroyo was healthy and active for this game?
What do you think?
He lost the full practice, so it's very possible.
He practiced in full last week, and they didn't
I think Arroyo causes some severe matchup problems for the Rams defense. Like the Rams have Parkinson. Like Arroyo's good, man. Him and Barner. Like that's the thing. I would love to see Arroyo in this game. Like that would be huge.
It was still, honestly, they still did. I'm looking at Arroyo's. Arroyo got hurt in week 14, but if we go back to since Shaheed got traded to Seattle, there was maybe 3 games where they overlapped him and Arroyo. They played just as many 3 wide receiver sets as they have the rest of the year. Okay. I think Arroyo's more of like I don't want to say a gimmick guy, but they look for specific matchups with him. He doesn't play a ton of snaps either.
He's a good touchdown threat too.
He's a big body. Exactly. Yeah. You look for a matchup, right? You see you're getting one-on-one consistently in some spot. I mean, I've seen Elijah Arroyo line up at basically like at the left wide receiver spot this year as well, because they know he's going to get one-on-one down in the red zone.
Correct.
So Denver
bronze picks yet, or
Denver plus 5 is going to be my bronze pick.
I'm riding it with you. We can have the same picks, can't we? We're family. We talk about. I want Denver plus 5 too. I got 2 props. Give me the fucking Broncos.
Make it a clean sweep.
Yeah, clean sweep.
Make it a bronze clean sweep.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, Stidham, you better not let us down. We're all in on Bob Bronco here.
I'll be honest, I wouldn't mind if the Patriots won by like exactly 1 or something. Like I would rather see the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
I wouldn't. I remember happy times when remember Mike from Buffalo, Rob, coming in with his fucking hunting knife and a brick of cheese and ordering a Genesee. Remember, he was in Vegas. He took his money and back in the books. Remember, safety first score was like a crazy amount. Yeah, the guy bought property and like he wasn't because remember
it happened 2 years in a row. Did it not?
He was sleeping in his truck with his dog and the chick that he picked up, some lot lizard, in the Palace Station's parking lot. I'm like, what the fuck's this guy doing? He said, hey, Mike, wake up. Like, you know what I mean? You got to get out of your truck. Like, what's happened? I think he won 36 grand and he bought like a plot of land.
Different Super Bowl, though, because the first score safety was Broncos Seahawks. Because I remember the ball got snapped over
Peyton Manning's head. You're right. Being Billy the Doorman. But like we talked about like that thing. I didn't bet it. But what was the other Super Bowl with the safety?
It had a safety, but not first score. It was a Patriots Super Bowl as well. Huh. I think it was back-to-back years.
You might be right.
I think it was. Also, like, when you think about how bad the prices were on first score safety, they're like 40 to 1.
I know.
I mean, congrats to everyone who hit that bet, but my God, that thing should have been like 400 to 1. 40 to 1, first score of the game safety?
But back in the day, Rob, it was a little bit more, and then they said we're not getting fucking pumped like that again, right?
Yeah.
Like the Leicester City shit when the old granny put it like 20 quid to, when they won when they won the premiership, 20 quid. You're like, Bobo.
Now she owns all of England.
Yeah, now she owns Leicester City, literally and figuratively. Yeah. Anyway, fuck. Pat, so we're all on Denver Bronze. Amazing.
Yeah, that's going to turn out well for us. Did you see?
Hey, 6-3 last week. Stay positive.
Rob,
There's the 3. There's the 0-3 this week, so we got to win the other 6.
Yeah. Hey, at least this is the last week. Next time it's Super Bowl. So this is it.
Rob, did you see Derek Stevens release the thing from Circa about treating to get Canadians to come back to Vegas, that they're going to have no exchange if you go and pay with Canadian money?
I'm in. Derek Stevens is awesome.
Is an amazing person if you've ever met him. The best thing about Derek Stevens, if you ever go to Circa, he is down on the casino floor every night. He's got his spot at the bar. You can go say hi to him. You could chat with him. He's very personable. Great promotion. I mean, if you look at the Vegas tourism, lots of Canadians are not going there anymore. So basically being able to book a room.
Is this at every hotel? Is it the Circa? Is it all of his properties?
And Golden Gate are the
amazing. Golden Gate. That's when me and Lisa had our first fight. Prison showers.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sitting there. She goes, oh my God. Like there's tiles there. I'm like, she goes, you're going to get like absolutely like jail raped in the shower. But they really fixed that. I tell you, Rob, I had my best run of blackjack with God bless Brian Blessing Soul. We went to the Golden Gate Casino and I fucking won like 22 hands in a row. I'm going to tell you something, Pat. Derek Stevens, to Rob's point, he's a guy who has a lot of money, but he treats people great. He treats the Canadians great. I went down to do shows down there. He actually remembers your name. He came on with me and Morency. Like we love to, I will promote anything he wants to do because he's a good human being. And there's a guy, like some of these rich guys, you never see them around. Stevens is real deal. He's always around. Rob's 100%. Right.
It's a great promo. I mean, listen,
That's
at the
fantastic.
end of the day, for Canadians, the dollar is tough for them. I mean, it's like
that's
exchange rate's what 1.4 now.
How many hands of blackjack do I have to? I'm already down like at $68 on 100. Like off.
You'll get $500 in bets in Canadian. So at the same exchange rate, there's one bar at Circa and the D and Golden Gate where your Canadian dollars will be worth the same as American dollars.
Is that Bar Canada? They have a bar called Bar Canada.
Bar Canada's at the D. That's the one.
So could you theoretically be an American, go to the bank, exchange your US dollars for Canadian dollars, then go to the casino?
I don't know how it's going to work, but I would assume you have to show proof of Canadian citizenship.
Right. I'm guessing, but then again, if you meet a friend,
Rob, I'm not going to lie to you. That kind of sounds like a big trap at this point in time.
Might be cheaper to get a fake ID that's Canadian than it would be to just pay in US dollars.
Yes.
Some people might be scamming the system, Derek. Gotta have to look out.
More people in the door. More people in the door.
It's true.
Hey, man.
You get people there.
I've been pumped with the American exchange. That's like I'm going to Sabre games with whatever. That's you know what? That's the right thing to do. Vegas is losing a lot of business, man. This is the thing. You want to bring us back, and Canadians, we'll drink and gamble.
Yeah, you know what? It's not just like Canadians don't want to go to the States. It's that Vegas is fucking too expensive now. It's not that fun.
You got it. And I'm going to tell you this. I know everybody wanted it. Like, you know what? Be careful what you wish for. When I was there staying for a month at the fucking El Cortez, when I got laid off by Rogers and stuff, I was literally winning a couple hands of blackjack and then boom, me and Lisa are paying for our hotel. And you know what? It was the best. We found value in every single spot. Now, everybody got greedy. The F1, this and that and whatever. The El Cortez is like it's a fucking dump. But now they're like calling it some like, ooh, historic hotel for $130 a night. I used to stay there for $16.
Yeah.
Like, are you what do you want? That's why we went to Vegas, because we're getting fucking fleeced on our exchange, but everything's cheap, right? Like, why the hell would I come back? I'm like, Rob, we have to win every fucking bet we make to make money there, right?
Yep. Over time, prices started to go up. You also have the younger generation. Like for me, when I turned 21, I wanted to go to Vegas. That was like the thing me and my friends all wanted to do. The younger generation, they don't even get out of the house. Like they don't want to do that. It's not even a thing for them. So that's kind of dropped off over the years. But the solution for a lot of these Vegas properties was like, okay, less people are coming. Well, we're going to have to increase the prices now to offset that. That's not really the way that you're going to get more people to come. I mean, at some point you have to get new people in to see what you're all about. You do that by doing the exact opposite. It's like basic economics that you would want to.
You know what it is, Rob? And the thing is, they got greedy, and all those little $5 and $10 players from Canada and Wisconsin, you miss those guys after a while because they're all in the casino. They flock. They bring their posses. Like I remember back in the day, like you see the Wisconsin Badger gear, the Midwest. Like they used to crush those casinos. They were everywhere, packs of them. Then you go. Last time I went, it was a fucking ghost town. Mm-hmm. The only time that it was there because people were signing up for contests.
Yeah,
that's it, right?
It's true.
The other thing too is that there's casinos across the country now too. I can just have a casino on my phone and I don't actually have to go.
You're right.
That's more bets for me. I don't have to pay for a plane or a hotel. This is perfect. Or 20
That's why
bucks
me and
a
Lisa,
drink.
like we go to Seneca. The only reason like our dollar's shit, but if you give us 3 or 4 nights free hotel, then sure, I'll deal with the exchange rate. That's fine, but I'm not going to do both. You're going to have to give me something.
Can you still smoke in Seneca Casino?
Are you fucking kidding me? I come back with lung cancer, like I'm hanging out in the cigar room. Like it is so thick in there, Pat. Like I smell my clothes afterwards. I might as well be like the Marlboro Man. Like I could literally smoke my clothes. Like you could if you drained it out in the sink, it'd be yellow with nicotine. Like you know what I mean? Like doing the old sink wash. Like I'm telling you, I've never ever seen a casino with more fucking smoke. We
used to play a poker game at our friend's house in his basement. There'd be 15 people and 12 of them were smoking while we were playing cards the entire time. And it was pretty even if you smoked, it was pretty disgusting.
Oh, no, that's Seneca. The back room there, Pat, I'm telling you, these guys chomp cigars and shit too. Everyone's got a dart hanging from their lip. Like Lisa, I tell her, she goes, I'm just smoking now. I go, why? She goes, fuck, because I am. Like, I'm going to smoke because I'm breathing. Give me a couple packs of menthols, put them in my mouth, light it up, and I'll see you in a few hours. You go play blackjack, I go play slots. Like you literally, smoking would be smart. Like the secondhand smoke I breathe in there, I can't even fucking, it's nuts. Like I can't even tell you how thick it is, Pat. It's like a fog.
But Rob, our clothes smelled so badly afterwards that I had to have like a separate Ziploc, vacuum sealed plastic bag when I got home to put those clothes in so they wouldn't touch the rest of my clothes in the laundry.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, I'll be honest, like I've been to, I don't frequent cigar bars. I used to go to Boston every year for like an analytics conference. There was a cigar bar there. There's been times where I left and I didn't even bring the clothes I wore there home because I'm like,
street tone.
I'm dead serious. I'm like, I don't think that this is ever gonna.
You leave them there.
I left them at the hotel. I'm like, I'm just
Purex line too. Like no amount of Tide or Purex or fucking Gain can get it done.
Well, I'm like, I could get like dry cleaning done before I leave or whatever. But I'm like, the price of the hotel dry clean, I might as well just get a new pair of jeans. Like
amazing.
It's.
Dude, I'll tell you something, Pat. Too. Some of those like cheap native smokes, like they smell like they're not regular cigarettes either. They fucking reek. Like I remember we go there, like they have these deals on like the local casino smokes, and I'm telling you, it is some kind of odor. Like I can smell that shit. I tell Lisa, it's almost like a detective. I'm like from like miles. I'm like, oh yeah, it's that shit again. Those $5 smokes instead of the $13 a pack. Yeah. It's pure shit.
You do have a good nose. It's like when you sniffed out that sub from Quiznos that I was hiding at the store.
No, when she's downstairs making food, I go, okay, that's a ham and cheese sandwich down there. I smell lasagna. There's something going on. Like, you know what I mean? That's true, Rob. Like I'm always, I'm a food detective.
I was warned. They said, don't. Richard Garner told me, he's like, Rob, you don't want to eat that here. I'm like, why? He's like, as soon as Cam smells that, it's his. I'm like, okay, I'll hide it. I hit a sub. You still sniffed it out. It was underneath like 5 coats. I don't even know how you figured it out.
Remember the first day? Who the fuck is Geoff Feinberg? Hey, Jeff, how you know? I love Jeff's name, Geoff. God, I love it. What's with Geoff's capri pants? Is that the new way?
Well, he said he would wear capri pants if they hired Mike McDaniel, and here we are.
There it is, Rob. So you and Geoff are together. McDaniel and Feinberg. What a combo!
I hope that works out for Jeff. He suffered a long time, and I like McDaniel as an OC. He had too many quirks.
He's more of an OC than a coach.
I felt like a little too quirky.
Why? I would like to know why. Because he doesn't look like. Because football guy doesn't like him. He got dealt a pretty shit hand in Miami. He's like, hey, I'll try to fix Tua, and he made Tua the passing leader one of the years.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know what it is? Football still got jocks in it. And I hate to say it, that's the world we're living in right now. The guy's a great coordinator, but as a coach, it's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. It's not right, but it just is what it is, Pat. Like, you know what I mean? Like Vrabel looks like he used to play the game. Like, it's just one of those things that some guys will say, hey, you're a football coach. You're a football coach, right? He doesn't look the part, right, Rob? Am I making any sense? Or
I just got some certain vibes. Listen, I watch every I mean, this is what I do for a living. I bet on football. I watch every presser to see even if I could get like a little hint of information. I watch all like players talking in the locker room. I just always got the vibe that there was not like, there's just a typical way that over history coaches speak to their players and like the way that they lead. And maybe I'm out to lunch here, but I never got the vibe that the Dolphins thought he was a leader. He is so good. What he did with Tua for years. I mean, he has it in his brain of how to scheme offense. That's where I love him. But leading, I mean, showing up to these games in the cold, and the guy looks like he would rather be any place on earth. You know,
do you like being in the cold? Because I don't. It's awful.
Neither do
Gotta
I.
deal
But
with it,
if I'm leading a team, I'm not going to make it look like I want.
So you think that every team would be better with Mike McCarthy as their head coach than Mike McDaniel?
Not what I said.
That sounds like what you're saying is.
Not what I said.
Pete Carroll, better coach.
Not what I said.
Pete Carroll's good riddance.
Leader of men, Pete Carroll. Chews a lot of gum. Claps his hands.
He throws footballs with his team in practice as well.
Yeah, looks good.
Get down there.
Look at me. I'm spry. I'm spry. Hey, you know, it's good. I'm so glad the Seahawks did what they did. Fuck. And I was so wrong. Like, I actually defended Geno Smith, and I'm like,
me too,
man. Like,
it went bad.
Hey, we can admit when we're wrong. I'm like, he's not that bad. And then you watch him with the Raiders, and it's a shit show. So, hey, man, good coaching matters. Rob's right. Look at McDonald. Look at the Seahawks. They actually did a thing. They picked up a defensive guy. They go with a good coordinator in Kubiak. And they go and we're in the NFC Championship game. So you know what? Coaching matters.
Agreed.
Cam, do you have a 60 seconds in you? Maybe like a 14 seconds? Do you think you can do it this week?
Down boy. 10 seconds. Sewer. Oh my God, I'm seeing stars. I almost had a concussion there. That's the quickest 8 seconds in gambling. Broncos, Seahawks. Thank you.
I like it.
What are we doing with the teaser? Rams and Broncos? There we go.
It would have
Bob's
to be. I mean, the only teaser we can really play would be Rams. I would say we just give up on the teaser, and then that's that.
Sure.
Did we hit it last week? I think we did hit it last week.
Yeah.
Did it win?
I remember George saying you left him with the easiest leg, which was the Seahawks.
Seahawks, yeah.
Right about that.
Chicago, Buffalo, Seattle. Yep.
Winner
last week.
Winner.
And you're on a high note with the teaser. I believe that made us. I should probably re-reference these notes that I have written down here. Think that means we ended up either 11-9 or 12-9. One of the two.
Whatever.
I also have a note. I also have a.
Gamers.
I have 33-29 from last week's show when someone called someone else a cuck.
Oh, yeah, cuck. That's Rob's thing.
Yeah, Rob loves being a cuck.
No.
I didn't understand this cuck shit till Rob explained it.
I'm still not sure that you do. If I'm being
I really don't. But anyway, whatever. Who gives a fuck?
All right,
I called Mike Zimmer a cuck. Well, I very, very clearly remember.
Can I call Gene Steratore a cuck? Because that guy fucking drives me nuts. That guy is just. I'm so fucking sick and tired of these guys. Like I want these guys off broadcast.
See, like guys,
I hate them. Like I just hate it's Rob. They never fucking take a different stand. It's the same fucking
I get what you're saying
every time. It's infuriating.
Here's all I'll say to that. For the longest time this year, I was totally with you.
Okay.
I'm like, these refs don't contribute anything, but then you have a play like the Brandon Cooks play. And then I'm like, maybe we do need someone to explain the rules on a broadcast, because it seems like nobody understands what the rules of football are anymore. So someone's got, but for so long they've just agreed with everything that people don't even take their word for it. So maybe I don't know. But Gene Steratore to me, Cam, like he doesn't exhibit cuck-like qualities. Like Raheem Morris is a cuck, you know. Todd Bowles is a little bit of a cuck as well. Like guys who are just, you know, they don't have, there's no forward energy. That's Mike Zimmer. Mike Zimmer is the perfect example of a cuck.
Mike Zimmer, cuck. Okay. So that's what a cuck is, a low energy person?
No, not at all. But like there's
Cam, a cuck is someone that like, if you and your girlfriend were together, that you would want to sit in the cuck chair and watch someone else pound your girlfriend. That's you.
I knew that
Cam.
before. Yes. Pizzola told me.
Wait, listen, I think like the real definition of a cuck, or like a cuckold as the law is just like a weak man, like the real definition. But you know, if your significant other is unfaithful, that would also qualify as a cuck.
Okay.
And there's usually, you know, sometimes in the hotel rooms, Cam, they have what we call the cuck chair, where
people like to watch.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Thanks.
It's pretty deep. It runs deep, the history of
cuck. More of a cuck.
Well, it better run deep.
I don't do
Listen, if you really want to get it on the whole cuck game, if it's not running deep, what are you even doing?
It's true. Might as well just.
I like costumes. I don't like cucks.
Really? What's your gold costume?
I don't know.
Gold, silver, bronze costume.
Wonder Woman, Catwoman. I like that shit. It's fun. I like suits.
little Tomb Raider.
I like shiny things. Lingerie. Yeah, I'm down with that product. Fun. Things that are fun and things that get you excited. The opposite of cuck.
I was working on my off-season gold, silver, bronze life tips for people. So that's coming in the off-season. Rob, I'm sure Cam has 1,000 of them, but Rob, you and I got to get to work here.
My life tips suck. Don't listen to me. Listen to Pizzola.
I got like a little ones here and there. People always mock me for them, and then they try them, and they're like, "Wow, this is actually a great idea." You know how much I got blasted for saying that in the summer, I like to put grapes in the freezer, and I put frozen grapes into my beverages when I'm outdoors instead of ice cubes, because I don't like to go in a pool and come out and like the ice cubes are melted, but the grapes they don't melt. They don't dilute the drink. Can I do
it with any like blueberries too?
100%.
Raspberries would be a little tougher because they fall apart.
Yeah, and people are like, oh, what the hell is this? You use ice cubes. It's like, no, like the ice cubes melt in the drink. And now all these people are trying it, and they're like, wow, I didn't realize this, Pizzola. I didn't realize. I got lots more where that.
If you got more of those, I'm listening because I need all the life tips I can get. By the way, Rob, this D Circus shit, like how long is this going on for? Is there a limited time or is it all year?
I'm not a spokesperson.
Okay, sorry. They're not paying Patrick. I'll do.
I haven't read the terms and conditions across the board, so I don't want to give you false information. But
available everywhere except for Alaska and Hawaii. Yeah, exactly, and Ontario for most sports books. Thank you.
That will do it on the Pat Mayo Experience. We'll be off next week. We'll return for the Super Bowl, and that'll be it for us. Another fantastic season, guys. We're almost there.
A lot of fun. Wish we could have gave more winners, but hey, let's go out with a bang, fellas.
Where are you going, Rob? I know you like to get away after Super Bowl or just before. You going anywhere warm?
I'm going to Colombia after the Super Bowl.
Good for you, Rob. I'm going to Shoeless Joe's, and I'll be at the Super Bowl party again, Rob. Just like old times, they just keep on. I'm like that band that fucking play any gig, anytime, anywhere. Let's rock, Super Bowl style. Carlos called me. I go, I'm in. I hope it's the Seahawks. Fucking, if they lose that Super Bowl, I'll rage if they get there.
That's gonna be an uncomfortable one if the Seahawks are losing.
Yeah.
I was looking for a Winter Olympics expert to do a breakdown show next week.
Morency already gave one Winter Olympics pick. Apparently, this Italian curling mixed duo is undefeated and they're minus 105 to win.
So Morency's the guy to talk to then.
Yeah, he's already breaking this shit down. You see, he already bet the Italians minus 105. They've never lost. This Italian mixed curling team is fucking unbeatable.
And they're playing on home ice.
Yeah, exactly. Home game.
If there is ice.
Danger.
If they actually can put the ice together, because it's been a struggle for them in the hockey arena.
More grapes, less ice, Italians.
Do you guys have a favorite Winter Olympic sport? Because I think I'm going to do that with Cuss. We're going to rank our favorite Winter Olympic sports. Then we'll get Morency in for the breakdown.
I like, you should give him a call. I like the one where the heart rate biathlon, like shooting, like cross country shoot, bang, bang. Got to keep your heart rate down. That shit's crazy, man.
I hate watching that one.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, I find it
so
boring.
Slow, so much cross country.
I like it. I it's just the respect for the game because it's so fucking hard to do.
Yeah, because I'm like semi-autistic when it comes like to numbers and stuff like that. Speed skating, like I just like to.
Speed skating's awesome.
Short track though.
Short track.
Because long track might be the most boring Winter Olympic sport.
But
just
not
people going like this for 30 minutes.
The team speed skating shit is crazy to me, where they're like pushing.
There's
always like some sort of fall. Everyone gets taken out. That's insane. Like with those blades.
Rob's I don't know how we haven't seen more injuries. Literally, Pat, it's crazier than Greyhound racing on it. It's like dogs on skates. Like it's fucking they're sliding out. They're fucking going bananas. Anything can happen.
Yeah, I will just throw aerials into the mix. I think it's like the first day of the Olympics and it's awesome.
I think the Winter Olympics. I love the Winter Olympics.
I think the winter's way better than the summer too, but that's me.
That's me too.
It doesn't have the big thing like the 100-meter dash, but really that's 9 seconds of my life.
I'm with you. I think winter's got like crazier shit too. Luge, bobs, like things that were like close to
skeleton is crazy. The ski jump, that's nuts, man. See how these guys are
Winter Olympic, the death rate is so much higher than summer. Like you could die so much easier. It's crazier.
Do you think that's just because of where we're from that we prefer the Winter Olympics? Because our country is like okay at it versus the Summer Olympics?
Nah.
I like all Olympics. Don't get me wrong. I'll watch.
I have a hot take. I find the Summer Olympics super boring. It's the same shit over and over.
Well, the problem is like a lot of what so here, like I don't like figure skating or ice dancing or some stuff like that, and that dominates a lot of the Winter Olympics. I find there's too many events for Winter Olympics that I just don't love. But
in the summer there's like 80 more in the summer.
How many times?
Like where's running backwards? Oh, there it's over there.
Speed walking, fucking power walking. That's
yeah.
dumb.
Like I'm not gonna watch that, but like any sort of track event, I'll watch.
Mm-hmm. Hurdles,
high jump, long jump, pole vault. I'm into hurdle. Yeah, I'm into all that.
Winter's better though.
Winter is better. Winter is better.
All right, that will do it for us. We'll be back Super Bowl week, and then we'll figure out what we're doing during the offseason. Check out Rob at thehammer.net and the Forward Progress YouTube channel, and check out all of Cam's stuff. Get him on X at Cam Stewart Live. All right, I'm Pat Mayo. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
Pat Mayo Experience! Experience!